you had a chance to become a giant. Almost.
Yeah.
LT wasn't going to give you that 56, but what would it be like being a part of that trade, getting sent to Eli in there and you going to the Chargers?
It's so crazy because even when I go to New York, even still today, I was just in New York on Thursday, I still have random people walking up saying that. Mm-hmm. Still to this day.
Yeah,
that I should have been a giant.
I bet.
Still.
Traded draft day.
But the crazy thing is when they got that extra draft pick, they were just 12-4 the year before they were already good. So normally, you go that early in the draft, you go into a team that ain't that good.
Right.
And I could have went anywhere from the third pick. I think they had me anywhere from the third pick to the 15th pick, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then San Fran would have drafted me number 1, but they needed a quarterback, so they got Alex Smith.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking the whole time before this thing happened is that, or at least right after that, I'm going somewhere that's really not that good. I took a visit to the Lions. I know that like Cleveland needed somebody. They ended up getting Braylon.
Yeah.
But all these bad teams. I was like, man, please God, don't let me go. I'm not trying to, go somewhere and then because you got some really good players that go to bad teams. You never hear about them again because they go to bad organizations.
Yep.
And so I got lucky going there because when I got there, it was 12-4, but they had Drew Brees was starting.
Yep.
Phil was backing up.
Right.
Drew.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So, LT, Lorenzo Neal, and Gates, and I mean, it was.
Oh, you got a motherfucker on the offense too, turning niggas' lights off.
Yeah.
Right.
At fullback,
he don't even need the ball.
Bro, but low, and I seen some dogs in my day. There was nobody like him.
No.
Nobody.
I can just picture y'all. I know the collision in practice would be crazy.
We had a brother-in-law.
Okay.
Y'all
had to have a brother.
We had to.
Right.
Because, and this was, we were probably the only two that the coach, we'll go full speed until we got about a foot or two away and we just pulled up.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And they would never say nothing. As long as I'm in this gap, they knew what was up. Because if me and Lowe was really going full speed, somebody wasn't going to make it to the game.
Oh,
so we had to.
Right. Y'all wasn't going to make it through the season.
No.
No.
2-3 weeks of this shit?
He was on some different shit.
It's over with.
Yeah, if you look at the 1,000-yard, like his running back list that he blocked for when he was at fullback, he didn't block for some dogs.
And the thing is with Lowe, man, when I got there, I think he was in his 11th or 12th year. But I used to work out with him a couple days a week after practice and trying to keep up with him. Like Lowe was just and he wrestled too. So me and Lowe be playing around like
11 consecutive seasons of blocking for a 1,000-yard rusher.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy.
Told you.
It's probably not.
Look who the first one was. Right, Marshall, right? Nobody really knew who.
Right.
Yeah.
He wasn't really like, you don't really know that name for real.
But
then you keep going down that list, though.
Ward, Don, Eddie.
Consecutive.
LT.
That's consecutive. I like it. It's probably not
over a decade.
It's probably not
teams.
too many fullbacks on the list with that type of shit.
No,
Bro, Lowe used to put, and I'm not trying to throw anybody on the bus, but I'm talking about some like Hall of Fame dudes. Lowe would put real fear in them.
Yes.
We be watching film, and we'll see them go for his knees.
He just deleted that nigga.
Bruh, God.
Look at that. He blocking for Mike Allstott. Think about that shit. You a lead blocker for another fullback.
For another fullback.
Nah, that's crazy as fuck.
Fullback to fullback. That's crazy.
Yeah. How many times has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Man? Fullback to fullback.
But different teams, bro. Like you said, consecutive.
Everywhere he went, bro.
Just blocking.
Got two.
God damn. Yeah, that man was a dog.
Yeah, nobody want they didn't want that smoke at all.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now, I did say that LT wouldn't have gave you 56 if you would to New York, but you got to the Chargers and you paid $20K for your 56.
Yeah, I was sick too. I was sick. Because it was from Matt Wilhelm that went to Ohio State.
Yeah. Oh, it was Matt?
It was Matt.
Oh.
So Matt.
I know Matt.
So Matt had the number, and I said, man, I really want 56. And so he started out like $75K or something. It was something crazy.
Nah, that's outrageous.
And I was like, nah, first of all, I'm going to negotiate at heart.
Right.
About everything.
Yeah.
And so we got down to like 50, and I just walked away. And I was like, nah, you can keep that shit. In my head, I'm like, man, I hope he come back.
He said you first round, you got it?
Yeah, so I walked away. And I think like a day or two later, then he came back at like 40 grand. I said, bro, I'll give you 20 today. I'll give you 20. I think it's 20 or 25. I'll give you 20, 25 today.
Yeah.
If you get the number. He said, all right, cool.
That's power move right
Yeah,
there.
that's
Power
power
move right there.
I can get to you right
I
now.
got the can right
That's
now.
old school first round money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's fire though.
Paid for that bit. What made you want 56 though?
LT, Lawrence Taylor.
Okay.
Because when I was,
Yeah, sure.
Right. Yeah. Can't argue with
That's
that.
up.
because when I started to learn the game and watch football and shit, that's all I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
And not just what he was doing on the field, but like how he put fear in other grown men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that dude, man, he had dudes really out there scared, to play him.
Yeah.
And so I just mimicked everything that he was doing. And so that's where, and LeVar Arrington too.
Yeah.
LeVar was,
Yeah.
people forget how good LeVar was when he first came in.
He was supposed to be in the Hall of Fame.
Can't.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
LA a real dog. We gotta get him on.
Hell yeah.
Yo, he got some story too. LA took me under his wing when I was in high school, bro.
Okay.
So what happened was I convinced his younger brother Eric to come play basketball with me in high school when they got drafted by the then Redskins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we started playing basketball. And LeVar was coming to all the games. He was coming to my basketball and football games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so LeVar came there. I had to show out. You got to put on a show then.
Right.
And LeVar was he was dating Serena Williams at the time. Serena was at the games when I was in high school.
Okay.
And so, matter of fact, LeVar used to, he's had a G-Wagon.
Mm.
So LeVar used to pull a G-Wagon up on the field. Like,
All right.
he used to, in high school.
That's crazy.
So LeVar used to pull a G-Wagon up on high school. And I just remember, not on the field, but like next to on the field, but up, you can walk to it.
Right.
Well, it's not in a parking lot.
Right,
It's
right.
right on the field.
Right.
And so I used to think in my head the whole time, I said, man, I'm going to get me a damn G-Wagon one of these days. And that was the first car I bought
Oh, hell yeah.
when I got in the league. It was a G-Wagon.
That's fine.